Thank you. And let me welcome on stage at the India Economic Conclave, Mr. KTR, Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, one of the states that we've put out as the state to watch out for in the next decade. And good afternoon, Mr. KTR, and thank you very much for joining me. I want to ask you, the slogan that we have for this theme of India Economic Conclave is that after the pandemic, we're looking at a decade of reform, perform, and transform. How do you see the state of Telangana in terms of a state to watch out for in the next decade?
It's a great question, and firstly, I would like to compliment the entire team of Times Now for conducting this very timely event. Now, India, as our Honorable Prime Minister, keeps referring to, the 5 trillion economy dream that he had, dreamt of, some time back. I think it has taken a bit of a beating because of COVID, but nevertheless, I think the V-shaped recovery that we are seeing in some very progressive states like Telangana should augur well for the country at large. And I do believe in the next 1 decade particularly, because the kind of sectors we are looking at, the kind of sectors we are focused on, Navika, for instance, information technology, life sciences, aerospace, defense, textiles, logistics, all of these sectors, in fact, are sunrise sectors, and the opportunity for India really to be a global player is immense. So the way I look at it, if India and if states like progressive states like Telangana start thinking on scale, start planning on scale. What do I mean by scale? Today, if we have to compete with large economies and large manufacturing countries like China, we also need to start looking at large industrial parks. We also need to look at large industrial corridors, which kind of ultimately translate into economies of scale for our manufacturers. The government, playing the role of a key enabler and providing the right kind of regulatory framework, ensuring that, we understand the teething pains and we understand the pain points of all the business and all the entrepreneurs and working together, of course, between both governments in Delhi and in their states, I think should really augur well for us. And particularly for a state like Telangana, I think the future is really bright.
Mr. KTR, I want to ask you, you're a young minister upcoming in the field of politics, and I want to ask you, that is confrontation between center and states the only way to move forward? Because in the recent times, we've seen states and the center absolutely with daggers drawn at each other, whether it is GST revenue sharing, whether it's the farm law amendments that have been pushed through, whether it's the issue of migrant labor, even though the center has taken several steps in order to bring relief to the people in states, governments in states. The fact of the matter is that cooperative federalism is almost an emotion of the past. I want to ask you, is there any hope for a revival of this kind of an emotion of cooperative federalism, or is it always going to be led by politics and therefore confrontation is the name of the game?
Well, firstly, Navika, let me correct you. I'm not the Deputy Chief Minister. I'm just a minister in the cabinet here.
Yeah,
I'm the Minister for Industry, Commerce, Urban Development, but thank you.
Father, son, son, father, same thing.
Well, Navika, it actually, the whole spirit of cooperative federalism, the spirit of Team India, as has been espoused by Honorable Prime Minister, would serve us well, would serve the country well if it actually translates into reality, if it translates into action. But unfortunately, what has happened in the last, 6.5 years, and I'm speaking from experience because we assumed office in Telangana around the same time the NDA government assumed office in Delhi. Unfortunately, all these slogans, all these, nicely worded phrases do not seem to actually, cross the chasm from being a slogan into being an actionable point. What am I saying? For instance, Telangana, as I was pointing out, is a progressive state, is a performing state. But unfortunately, the government of India's policies somehow seem to be disincentivizing and demoralizing a performing state like Telangana. For instance, if you take a look at the Finance Commission recommendations, but, Telangana is in fact contributing, while our population is about 2.8% of the entire country, our contribution to GDP is nearly 5%. But unfortunately, a state like Telangana, which is performing, needs to be given a pat on the back, needs to be encouraged by way of further, devolution, by way of, enhanced, contribution in centrally sponsored schemes. What has happened is, after the 15th Finance Commission recommendation, we are losing out nearly 15,000 crores of rupees. Likewise, I can go on and cite multiple examples. For instance, India's apex body, which has replaced Planning Commission, the Niti Aayog, had recommended that Government of India, which compliments us profusely for performing well on indicators like drinking water, potable drinking water connections to each and every home, Niti Aayog had recommended, that Telangana has completed a brilliant project which provides 100% functional household taps to all the rural areas. They need to be given monetary support to the tune of 24,000 crores of rupees. Unfortunately, we did not even get 24 paisa. While Government of India takes a lot of pride and, talks about us in glowing terms in Parliament, that, this one state has done really well. Unfortunately, we do not get the same kind of backing when it comes to monetary support. Likewise, all the promises that were made, Telangana being a new state was promised special incentives for industries that would be set up here as part of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. That did not happen. Industrial corridors that we had asked do not come up. Likewise, the ITIR region that was granted for Hyderabad, unfortunately also has been scrapped. Steel plant that was supposed to be established at Bayaram in Warangal, unfortunately again is a non-starter. I can go on for quite long. The point I'm trying to make, Navika, is the stronger the states emerged, the stronger, the support from central government is to progressive states and cutting beyond political lines, I think the stronger the country would be. One thing I would definitely like to underline, Navika, if the country really has to prosper over the next 1 decade, if India really has to emerge as a truly global powerhouse, I think economics should supersede politics, which unfortunately is not the reality today.
Well, Mr. KTR, I want to ask you, is there not even one thing that the center does well? Because there is a litany of complaints that you have of what they haven't done. In the pandemic, hasn't there been enough support coming in from the center to the states? Haven't they really managed the situation on the ground in such a way that states have got support, whether it's on vaccines, whether it's on PPE kits, whether it's on other issues, management issues, and help from central experts? The fact of the matter is that aspirational Indians today will ask these questions, that how long are we going to see economics being put aside and politics taking center stage? Shouldn't political parties sit down and look at what's good for India and Indians rather than only having political point scoring going on virtually 365 days in a year?
No, it's absolutely a possibility, without a question. I will not deny, I will not deny the, kind of support we have received during Corona from Government of India. Of course we have. After all, you have to remember, they are the ulterior government, they are the federal government in a federal republic like India. And of course they have to come to our rescue because, a lot of times in a pandemic kind of a situation, in a situation where, a catastrophe really hits the humanity, I think we all have to work together without a question. The only point I'd like to make, Navika, is, but Government of India also has to realize, even though a particular state such as Telangana may be governed by an opposition party which is not in NDA, they also have to realize that ultimately a state which is performing, ultimately a state which is doing well, it being supported by way of policies, by way of, a grant, would also help in strengthening the country. Since you're talking about pandemic, let me remind you, Hyderabad today, our capital city of Telangana, is also the capital for vaccine manufacturing in the world, not just India. So Hyderabad is not just a city which is of national importance as far as life sciences is concerned. We are a city of international importance because, yahan se, we ship out vaccines to 70, 80 countries. As recently as a couple of months ago, we had envoys, diplomats from 70 countries come to Hyderabad. All of them had visited our vaccine manufacturing facilities and have requested the state government for its cooperation. But the unfortunate reality Navika, is while we manufacture 35% of global vaccines from Hyderabad, our vaccine testing lab is 1,200 kilometers away in Kasauli. Now, is that not something that Government of India needs to think seriously? You know, Telangana produces 35% of country's turmeric, but turmeric board is promised elsewhere in another state. You know, I'm not against another state getting a good project, but what I do not understand is, you know, अगर तेलंगाना में कुछ होता है, तेलंगाना के लिए कुछ किया जाता है, तो देश के हित में भी है. और मैं एक और बात आपसे कहना चाहता हूं. Defense industry and aerospace industry, you know, is a very strategic industry or a very strategic sector. Now, Telangana and Hyderabad, in fact, are home to several defense labs. DRDL, RCI, I can go on. And Bangalore also has a decent defense ecosystem, aerospace ecosystem. We had requested Government of India, you know, we said these two cities, Bangalore and Hyderabad, are extremely well positioned by way of, you know, having this enabling ecosystem. So you should launch a defense industrial production corridor here between these two cities. But where does it go? It goes to Bundelkhand, where there is no defense industry whatsoever. My point purely is, if we are thinking in national interest and if we have to think like a team, then that team spirit also has to be top down, coming from top down, from central government and percolating into all states. It is not just that, you know, a few states can come together and, you know, work with each other. Government of India has to play the role of a big brother, has to bring us all into one room, has to ensure that we learn from each other, has to ensure that we work together as a team, and has to support us, most importantly, you know, when it comes to strategic investments in strategic sectors. Is that happening now? I would say absolutely not. Is it that I'm on the different side from them politically, therefore I'm saying it? Please refute whatever I've said. Is Telangana not a leader in vaccine manufacturing? Is Telangana not a leader in turmeric production? Is Telangana not a leader in defense industry? Then why do we not get the support that we ought to be getting? So my question is, I'm a performing state, we are a performing state, which is working well for the country, which is contributing to the growth of the nation. Now it's time for Government of India also to step up, also to, you know, take us into confidence and work together.
Mr. KTR, you know, have these differences between the state of Telangana and the BJP-ruled government at the center only increased after the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation elections, in which the BJP came storming into the bastion of Telangana, something that took you by surprise. And since then, you haven't really recovered from the blow that you've got. तब से सब कुछ बुरा लगने लग गया है BJP में और center में, as far as you are concerned, because थोड़ा सा political डर सा बैठ गया है. I want to ask you, इलेक्शन विनिंग मशीनरी जो है बीजेपी की, क्या ऐसा भय, ऐसा डर बहुत सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के दिल में डाल रही है?
Navika, I don't think you're following what's happening in Telangana, because recently, you know, two graduate constituencies for, you know, MLCs also went to polls, and they covered nearly 72 assembly segments in Telangana, and we trounced the BJP in both of these seats, so we are sitting very comfortably. There is nothing for us to worry about, you know, elections that happen. Elections keep happening. You win some, you lose some. But unfortunately, you know, Government of India, you know, has always been, for the last 6.5 years, in fact, even when we have won elections and even when we have lost, their attitude has been very, very, you know, indifferent, you know, to put it very mildly. So all I'm saying today is voicing my opinion that Government of India needs to, you know, truly imbibe that spirit of Team India that they talk about, and truly have to, you know, step up if we really have to prosper as a nation in the next 10 years.
Well, I do hope, Mr. KTR, the forthright Mr. KTR, the man who doesn't mince his words, who's as good in English and in Hindi, despite being from the South, and many people think Hindi is not the best and the strongest language of people coming from the South. Mr. KTR, I just hope that over the next decade, as we're looking at states across the country, Telangana is able to play up to their potential, and we do hope economics trumps politics, and I do hope states and center can work together to put India firmly on the growth map, and I do hope that every average Indian can look forward to more cooperation and working together side by side between leaders like yourself and leaders at the center.
There is always hope, Navika. Umeed pe duniya कायम hai. So there is always hope.
Well, उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है और KTR ji, thank you very much for joining me here at the India Economic Conclave 2021 edition. This is virtually the first ground event that is being held right after the pandemic, even where many people are worried about the second phase of COVID. But the brave shall march on, and we do hope Times Network as well as the state of Telangana continue to march forward in their quest for growth. Thank you very much, Mr. KTR, for joining me here at the India Economic Conclave.